Sophie with Bring the Noise. We're at Slam Dunk Leeds and we're talking to the guys from Architects at the moment. So, hi.
Hi.
Congratulations. Your 5th student album is out on Monday.
Yes.
I know it's almost kind of like picking a favourite child, but do you have a track you're especially proud of?
I think we've been going for These Colours Don't Run, haven't we?
Yeah, that's what we've
That's
concluded
the general
today.
vibe. Yeah, I think that's the song that has connected with people the best, and I mean it was the first single and it seems to have been very well received, and we obviously chose to release it first because it is our favourite song. So yeah, I think we're all happiest with that song in particular. Yeah, that is this song.
Also, like, it's been thrown about quite a bit. It's a more politically charged album, and your video for Devil's Island had footage of the London riots. Was it sort of something you wanted to write about and you never had the chance to? Was there one particular event which kind of sparked it?
I think we just gradually became more politically aware, and realised when we started writing this album that was what we really cared about, and we couldn't really write the album about anything else, and yeah, it just seemed like the obvious thing to do as we became more interested in that side of things, and as you get more interested in it, you kind of get sucked in by it, and you know, there was just so much to write about that you know, we didn't really have a choice to, but it had to be about that, you know.
It's like a natural progression, really.
Yeah.
Also, in the past, like regards to lyrics, you've been kind of criticised from shifting from a sort of lighter, cleaner vocal sound to back from a heavier sound to lighter, cleaner vocals. But on this album, you seem to have switched again. Like, how would you respond to critics who sort of criticise you and sort of, you know, they see it as a weakness rather than a strength, like being able to switch between the two?
Well, the thing is that there's people are just going to criticise you whatever you do, I think, and you know, we wrote a slightly more melodic album with the Here and Now, and people said we're selling out, and now we've written a heavier album and people are saying that we're regressing, or that we're sort of people have actually said we are selling out again because we're trying to win back fans. So no matter what you do, you're going to get criticised. So
there's always cynical people about. I mean, what the music we put out is, at the end of the day, only what we want to put out. We're never doing it to. There's never some hidden agenda behind it. We're not trying to win specific types of people over. So, you know, that's how people are.
Yeah, with the internet now, you're just open to any kind of criticism, and you know, people can think whatever they want, but we know that we did it for our own reasons. So.
Not like a hidden agenda.
No.
I mean, people are going to want to criticise just for the sake of criticising, like, regardless.
Yeah, keyboard warriors,
Exactly.
They love it.
And again. So, you've released quite a few albums, like, in a relatively short space of time. Are you one of those bands who, as soon as you release it, you sort of itch into back in the studio, or you want like to enjoy the break?
I think a lot of bands write albums out of necessity so they can tour or make a bit of money or whatever, but we just always write music because it's why we started playing in a band. We didn't start playing in a band to tour. As much we love touring, but you know, at the end of the day, the whole reason we started playing together was because we liked playing songs and writing songs. So we never stop, and there's never like a time when we go, oh, we need to start writing now. It's just we come out of the studio and we just go into a rehearsal space and start writing it. So we just accumulate songs pretty quickly, and we enjoy recording, and I don't think there's any harm in regularly releasing albums, and I know we've been criticised for that as well, ridiculously. But you know, I think you know, Led Zeppelin used to release albums every year, and the Beatles released albums regularly, and the releasing albums less regularly, I think, was more of a modern sort of label-driven thing where they want to suck every last penny out of each album, and so we fought to not be in that position, because you know, if my favourite bands released an album every year, I would love it. Unfortunately, none of them do, but I don't see it as being a negative thing like some people do. I think that keeping people interested and keeping people with new music to listen to is a great thing.
I think it's the main thing. People are so like used to routine. They want either an album like whenever they expect it. Either they don't really appreciate people like releasing regularly, or even waiting 5 years. So it's refreshing to have someone who does you release when you're ready to release and not going on that agenda.
And we had to fight a little bit on this one to get it out. Our label wanted to put it out the second half of the year because it's so soon after the last one. Releasing in summer isn't a good idea, but whatever. We just wanted to get it out as soon as possible, so we pushed very hard to have it released when it's on Monday. So
we've heard good things so far, so I don't think that's hurt you at all.
Yeah, exactly. I think waiting any longer would have just slowed things down for us. We have a momentum, and I think that's a good thing for the band. It keeps things rolling, and that's our whole philosophy of releasing it as soon as possible.
So you played quite a few festivals. You on the main stage of Reading last year. Do you prefer sort of playing like one-day things, or would you rather be on your own show with people who are there specifically for you?
I think doing the bigger shows that we've done in the past has been like a cool experience for us. Like, it's something we've always wanted to do since we started the band and that. And
we'll do it again.
Yeah, definitely. But I think you lose a lot. You lose a lot of the energy in the big shows, and I don't know. They both have their pros and cons, but
when you're doing a big festival like Reading or Leeds and you're on the main stage and you're playing in a heavy band, which is kind of out of place on the bill, I suppose. It's more like you're an advert as opposed to doing your usual live performance. When we play to like our own crowd, it's about us and our interaction with the people that know us. It's very different. Whilst when we play to people who don't know us like that, it's very much just sort of this is what we're like, take it or leave it. If you like it, go check us out afterwards, and it's just not the same thing. But it was an incredible experience playing to that many people, and like I said, we would love to do it again, and I'm sure we will. But when we get to play to our own fans, it's very different, and today's different in that respect because there's so many stages and people can choose who they want to go see, and I think that everyone in the room will be there just to see us out. There might be some people going out of curiosity, but there's not going to be any kids that are, here primarily for Taking Back Sunday or Hit the Lights or whatever and roll up into our room and go, oh, why am I here? I don't like this,
Okay. So you're headlining, which is a massive thing, on a Victoria stage. You're playing Every Time I Die, and arguably they've been around for longer.
They've been around for longer. They've been around for 12 years.
Do you sort of feel like kind of pinching yourself? Do you feel you deserve playing above them?
Yeah, I mean, we all grew up like listening to that band since they started becoming big over here. It's definitely a cool thing. Like to say that we're headlining a stage over them. Yeah. If you told my 16-year-old self that, I wouldn't believe it. But
yeah, it's a pretty amazing thing.
Hopefully
we can have them on tour as a future. we wanted to do it before, but yeah, I mean, no, I think we've earned our place, and I think we've been around for a long time, and we sort of, I think we deserve to be where we are. But no, it's definitely amazing that we can be above them because they're an amazing band, and actually one of the bands that influenced us to start being in a band. I remember our first record being compared to Every Time I Die and a bunch of reviews. So we grew up listening to them. So
that's definitely an interesting turn. It's not like it's not well deserved at all.
Yeah.
So you recently lost a guitarist, Tim. Have you replaced him yet? How are you adjusting?
We have currently we've got a fill-in, Josh from Silosis. He's doing the next couple of shows with us, which is great because he's a great guy and we've been friends with him for ages. So it's cool to kind of have him along and. Yeah, and he's a very talented guitar player. Yeah. So he picked up the songs in like no time at all.
Unfortunately, he's in a band. So he's going to be doing some stuff for the next couple of months, I think. But we are trying some people out. Well, we're trying one person out. Hopefully they work.
It's been.
We don't want it to be like that because you get the wrong kind of character, I think. And we've asked someone who is actually in a band to try out. I don't want to say who, but hopefully he works out. So we have got plans to find someone else, but it's tricky because it's got to be the right personality. And, I'd almost rather we got on with them than they could play the songs.
That's amazing.
Because we go, you travel with them, and you don't want to be stuck with someone you don't like. And the four of us that remain are all very good friends and have been for years. And it's. We can't just get any person in. Exactly, and we had sort of a bit of a fan thing with people asking what's going on if they could try out, but feel like the dynamic would be wrong that way round. You know, we don't want anyone in the band who's like, oh my god, I'm in Architects kind of thing. We just want it to be more of a casual thing because it's obviously casual for us. So, yeah, hopefully the chap that we're trying out in the next couple of weeks works out. We'll see.
So you're playing a Kerrang show next month with Last Christmas Heights. Any other plans for the rest of the year?
You've got this on lockdown. I'm not saying a word.
I won't go in much detail as I did earlier. We're doing a few like festivals around Europe over the summer, only like 5 or 6. But then we're going to Canada, and then in August, and then straight to China, Southeast Asia, New Zealand, Australia.
Amazing places.
Yeah, we're doing a European headline, and then we're going to be doing a UK headline, and doing the that Warped Tour thing they're doing in London. So yeah, we have bits and bobs, and then we're basically on tour from August till November. Yeah.
Thanks for chatting to us today.
No problem.
Thank you.